In this skill lesson, we will be discussing comparing and contrasting texts across different genres, and then applying this skill to She Unnames Them and I Am Offering This Poem. But let's begin with a question. Think about your two favorite movies, TV shows, or books. How are they similar to each other? What is different about them? Of course, the first ones that come to mind to me are Star Trek and Star Wars. Now, I'll admit that I have a bias here, but I do enjoy Star Trek in moderation. Both of these franchises are science fiction. Both feature aliens and spaceships and cosmic battles. Both have the name Star in their titles. But Star Trek is supposed to be set in humanity's future, whereas Star Wars is supposed to be set a long time ago in a galaxy far away. Also, Star Trek is more straightforward science fiction, whereas Star Wars often blurs the line between science fiction and fantasy. Two more shows that come to mind are The Simpsons and Family Guy. Both are animated shows. Both center on a family. Both are irreverent comedies. But The Simpsons is irreverent in more of a juvenile way and is targeting preteens, whereas Family Guy is more edgy and vulgar and is targeting an adult audience. What I just did was a comparison and contrast between films and shows that are within similar genres. Star Trek and Star Wars are both in the science fiction genre. Simpsons and Family Guy are both in the animated television genre. And there are scores of genres out there between musicals, dramas, westerns, thrillers, war films, mysteries, documentaries, and much, much more. But even if you back up further, you'll find that there are also genres among broader categories. For example, in the fine art genre, you find drawing, painting, and sculpture. Within the performing art genre, you find drama, music, and dance. Within the literary art genre, you find poetry, prose, journalism, and more. And that brings us to our learning objective for this skill lesson. Our objective is to demonstrate an understanding of texts by comparing sources within and across genres. In this case, you'll be comparing and contrasting prose with She Unnames Them and poetry with I Am Offering This Poem. And here are your tasks. First, if you haven't already, watch the concept definition video and read the introduction on tab 1. This will help you prepare for what you are learning in this skill lesson. Next, complete the vocabulary drag and drop activity on tab 2 to make sure that you are familiar with the terms used with this skill. Next, carefully read through the model page. The top half of the page has instructions for applying this skill. The bottom half of the page has a student example. Pay close attention to the student's example and ask yourself what similarities and differences the reader found between the short story and the poem. Finally, when you feel confident about this skill, complete the Your Turn activity to check your understanding. Doing a comparison and contrast can sometimes be tricky. If you feel lost at any point during this skill lesson, please reach out to me. I'm happy to help.